What do you call a cult that's hard to get into? Difficult. Some of you will share my opinions. Some of you won't. Stop. This is me in the future. This is edit number 2. I removed a lot of stuff. I tried to add some stuff, but here's what it comes down to. Number 1, the officer doesn't beat around the bush. He could have got to it. He knows what the auditor's doing. He dealt with him a couple days before. He already knows. And he's already got everybody in the office in the back, and they don't want to, nobody's working. So it could have happened much better. And I was in a mood when I made it. And, yeah. Hey, I'm not perfect. I'm just a man. I'm just a regular guy. So all that said, this is probably going to be one of the oddest edits I've probably done. Boy, I tell you, it just never does stop, does it? What we got here is the body camera. Auditor's already upstairs doing the jackwagon deal. Officer's about to go up and pay him a visit. Don't get discouraged. This thing's gonna, get a little wishy-washy there off the jump. Officer sympathizes a little bit more than what we would have. It's a happy ending.
Hey there.
I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of what's going on.
Okay.
The gentleman came in here and started filming the building.
Okay.
I told him, you can't film the building. He said, yes, I can. So we went back and forth for like 15 minutes. He followed all the procedures to go through the machine, cleared. I can't stop him.
Right.
Legally, I can't.
Right.
So he wasn't physically or anything. So he went upstairs. He started filming the building upstairs.
No.
Don't like that.
He was in the 3rd floor county clerk's building. And I guess I was down here, but they said that a gentleman up there got annoyed, slapped the phone out of his hand.
Well, if that don't sound like a guy after my own heart.
Now the gentleman who was filming wants him arrested.
It's right.
I know, and the gentleman said I just got annoyed that he was doing it to me.
No, unfortunately, it's his First Amendment right. I dealt with it. I think it's the same guy. He was over at the post office in Mount Pleasant. I dealt with him 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
And they got upset with him there, and I told him.
There's nothing we can
listen,
do.
It's First Amendment. As long as he's in a public place filming general goings on, he can do that.
I guess.
Now, allow me to correct the officer. Filming is one thing, which none of us like. None of us want to be on his camera, okay? But harassing people, getting all in people's faces, starting confrontation, that is not his First Amendment right. Allow me to say, I do back the blue. I've got family who served. I've got friends who served. But if you find yourself sympathizing with auditors and taking their side, cut, all right, freeze frame. Listen, what I'm trying to say here, look, I know I was angry. But the point is, I'm just trying to say, everybody's free to make up their own mind. I know not everybody has the same opinion, and I'm content with that. But when an officer shows up, the guy's here just to agitate. I mean, come on now. A reminder, auditors are not the ones contributing to police officers. Auditors are not the ones voting, so y'all get the equipment and everything you need. Take that into consideration. Remember who's on your team.
All right, cutting in.
Actually, I do mean that. Seriously. We're the ones that want you guys to have all the equipment. We're the ones that want you to have good pay. We're the ones who support you. We're the ones who vote to have more of you on the road. Remember that when you go dealing with these guys who can't stand you, interfere with your job, and spend their days videotaping you. Yeah, seriously.
No brainer.
I guess the gentleman up there got mad and swatted the phone.
All right.
Suspect
inspection. Oh, hello, Officer Stockman.
Hi there.
This guy has. Excuse me, please don't interrupt. I'm gonna get to you. This guy right here.
Okay.
Because I've already dealt with him.
Good to
But
go.
You,
You can handle.
you're sheriff. You're a sheriff. No wonder you're treating me like this.
Yeah,
So
you can-
no,
you can
do
deal
not
with
walk
that.
away.
All right.
You're following my complaint.
You can do whatever you want.
So, sir.
Sir, do you want to deal with me now that I'm here?
Oh, so he's done?
Yeah, they
All
call
right.
us.
So you're gonna take my report and stuff?
No.
If you want to tell me what's going on, sure.
Can you please don't let him because that sheriff, because he was gonna take my report and all of a sudden you're gonna take my report. I'll do it with you. I have no problem. I like you. You approached me already respectfully. Can you please come over here?
Yeah.
Still there. I just wanted to make sure that he didn't leave. Okay, because these guys don't have body cams. They're not telling me anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Whether or not they got body cams is none of your business. It's not like you care about their well-being. Only thing you care about is being able to FOIA the footage.
Well, why don't you tell me what's going on?
All right. So I came in. I'm an independent journalist.
Right, yeah, I know.
Okay, you already know. I don't even need to explain it to you because we've already been through this.
Sure.
Okay, the other day. All right. So the same thing you made contact with me doing. Okay, I was doing the same thing here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy downstairs explained that.
The guy downstairs explained it. Okay, he had an issue with it, but we corrected it.
Yep.
Okay, I respectfully, just like I'm doing. Sure. We corrected it. I came upstairs.
Yep.
He ended up. I ended up just going through the building
Yep.
and through the publicly accessible areas. As long as there's no restriction signs or anything like that. I come up here to this floor, and I'm just recording. They're just inside. I get confronted to them unless they speak to me. I ask them who I'm speaking to and stuff like that. I don't know who it is. I can't remember her name, but
Hey, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
she did identify herself, and then she proceeds to tell me that I can't record the employees. And I'm trying to get her to understand,
Right.
That I'm allowed to do that from public view. Then I already have permission downstairs, okay, from them. Even though I didn't need their permission, they still understood that I have a right to do that. This guy comes into the conversation, and I got the video. I can show you after we're completely done. Okay, I will show you the video when I'm not recording anymore. So I go, and I'm right there where the
That little shelf is. He walks up to me. All right, and at first I thought he was actually like giving me a compliment. Because he was like, keep doing what you're doing. But he didn't look serious, like in his face or anything like that, and he got right up in my chest. And it confused me. Because you don't give a compliment, like that. So I backed up, I'm like, sir, what are you doing? And he started saying something. I can't remember.
Yeah, kind of funny how the auditor comes out the good guy in his own story, huh? If you believe that the auditor didn't do nothing and some guy just come up and started messing with him for no reason, you need your head examined.
I remember exactly. And he swung at me and at my phone. And I'm telling you, you're going to see me recording. My phone, he cracked my phone.
Person knowing 425 Hamilton
The
Street.
whole thing. I'm over here like, yo, stay right there. You're going to be arrested for assaulting me. There was this woman, her name is Sue. I remember her name because she approached me in the financial office right there, the financial department. I was right
20 minutes later.
So
Awesome.
this gentleman's conduct is
I'm gonna finish
harassment at this point. It's not assault.
this. Hey, call it what you want to call it. I can always sit there and disagree with it in court if I choose to, kind of thing.
Okay.
But call it what you want to call it.
Could you get your name while you're looking for that?
I don't want my information said out loud, so just take it right there, all right? Because you already know me by Good Citizen. That's how he...
They know you by a good citizen. I gotta wonder, how does it feel to be an auditor, knowing that every single word that you use, every phrase that you copy, comes from a man who have been convicted for doing... Y'all know. That's your role model. That's where the whole thing comes from. That's the godfather of it. That is your mentor. None of you have come up with none of this on your own. All of you have copied it off of him. Every single last one of you. No exceptions.
All of you.
What's going on? Why are we here today? Why am I here?
You gotta ask.
Huh? Well, I gotta.
The guy was out there. He was giving the girls a hard time.
Uh-huh.
I went on and on and on. I just got tired of it.
Okay.
I walked up to him and I took that in instead of put his phone down and knocked it out of his hand. Instead of hitting him. And that's what I did. Because I don't think the women need to be treated that way.
Sir, I completely agree with you. Too bad you didn't knock him out. What if somebody knocked you out for doing nothing? Because I don't do that stuff. And by the way, Mama didn't raise no punk.
How are they being treated?
He was being very aggressive. And it was just, it wasn't, I mean, I was still there for quite a while during the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I just got tired of it. If that was been my son, he'd be out for
That was legitness.
Look, I'm not trying to deny what I did. I'm not doing that. These women felt threatened. I can see the one couple last girl, she was starting to shake. I just wanted him to stop. But he was going to stop, and he still hasn't. Okay. You want to arrest? He said, can I be arrested? So I said, here.
Yeah, there's a report.
Just hang out. Were you all here when that gentleman was out there? So what went on?
Well, basically, he was walking around. I thought he was talking to somebody.
Okay.
He was holding it up, so I thought, well, you know how you show people where you are.
Yeah.
But then he stood there. I said, here. Stood there, just looking this way. I said, are you talking with someone or taping us? And that's when he said that he has the right to do what he wants. I don't even remember exactly what he said.
Journalist and film anything he wants here.
And we said, you really, because I was always under the impression you needed signatures. And that's all I wanted to know is what he was doing.
Yeah, and he wanted our names.
As long as he's filming in a public building from publicly accessible areas, it's well within his First Amendment rights.
Even if we, I mean, because I know in school they always have their signatures and everything else. They don't do it.
If he's just filming general goings on, there's nothing we can do.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Don't like that.
From publicly accessible areas.
All right.
All right.
Say that case in the place, saying, "Oh, there's just a bunch of women here. I'm going to come back." And
Yeah, you know, he was belligerent. He was arrogant.
Well, yeah, he
was
is.
asked by one of the county deputies to stop.
He unfortunately doesn't have to. He was in. I had him. He was in the post
Here he is
office.
again. I don't want to be filmed.
Okay.
So, excuse me.
All right.
Now just think about it. Somebody's mother. Somebody's sister right there. Somebody's aunt. Well, we're just supposed to just let these people go around and do whatever they want to do? I don't think so. I don't think so. The world can have whatever kind of opinion that it wants to. Guys like me? Nope. Nope. I don't. I don't. And I never will.
And if you could just speak to the one lady.
I did.
You know, because she needs to be aware of this.
But the other caveat with that is...
I know we talked about this the other day. I'm not reporting transactions or anything
No,
like that.
but if a specific individual tells you they don't want to be filmed, you need to respect that.
Now, if they,
Boom.
Roasted.
if they work for the public.
That's not true. If a specific individual tells you they don't want to be
Actually,
filmed...
I have a right to report public officials and public employees while
Receive 1420.
while they're conducting their duties.
For crying out loud, listen to his mouth. This is how you empower them. You give them a pass, now they want to take 10 miles on you. It's how it works.
Okay, I already know. I already know my rights. I have a right to do this. You know what I mean? Like...
933.
I don't know. New York State laws about consent.
933,
I
go ahead.
don't know what they. I don't know what they are.
we can say we're not comfortable.
Spoke to the caller and
You know, eventually we need to get to a point, and I hate to say it, but maybe their mothers, their aunts, their sisters, their relatives, out and film them. Maybe we should start a whole new trend. Now, I've re-edited this thing, okay? I'm trying to make it more suitable. And I've taken a lot of stuff out. I was angry. You know, I'm only human. Sometimes I'm angry, and I happen to be angry when in a mood when I was making the video. You know, in the long run, I am disappointed in the officer the way he handled it, because he could have got just straight to the point instead of beating around the bush with him. Later, he's going to say he didn't know about the boy or whatever, and he just said at the beginning that he had dealt with him 2 days ago. I'm just, if this was his mother or something, I'm saying we would handle this whole thing different. And you're talking about your mother at work. You know, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to get behind anybody who thinks that's okay. It's not okay. And what I said about going out and filming them, I don't necessarily, a part of me does mean it. But the point is, I mean, when is enough enough? You know, I just, harassing others, harassing elderly.
Which I told him, but, and he knows, but public employees, in the course of their regular duties, he has the right to film from publicly accessible areas.
So you can stand there all day and just with this camera.
However, if you're recording someone and they say they are uncomfortable with being recorded or having their picture taken, I don't believe he then has the right to violate someone else's rights if they don't want to have their picture taken or being.
It is a single, what they call a single party consent, which I tried to explain to him.
Okay.
As long as one person's aware of it, then the other person, you know, right? Isn't that the case?
Yeah.
Alright, so then we can basically vacate the premises if we're uncomfortable with being.
You wanted me to set Jerry
Basically,
Brown.
which is what you did. You just left the area, which is about all you can do, unfortunately.
So she can't do her job effectively because he's recording her.
Well, that's the thing, is then it gets into gray area, and, you know, it's a can of worms, whereas now...
No, but really it's not. This moron don't belong in the building. He's here to agitate people. Okay, he's here to harass people so he can profit from it. I mean, it don't take a genius to figure this thing out.
But if he's in a publicly accessible area, just filming general goings on.
For 10 minutes.
I don't know if it falls under harassment or not, if you want to file later for harassment, or if it falls under something bigger, I don't know.
Do you mean you don't know? Would you approve of somebody doing this to your mother? Would you approve of somebody doing this to your old lady? What if this was your daughter? Are you okay with that? Seems pretty cut and dry to me and many thousands of other people.
Now the question is, if my employees are now not feeling safe, the only remedy I can see would be to have him removed. That can't happen, is what you're saying.
No, it can, because now it becomes harassment, because you all feel annoyed, harassed, and alarmed.
Let's do that then.
I back good officers. Why go through all this if you could have just told him that already? Like I said, sometimes I'm angry. And, you know, instead of going through, he could have said, you know, if it was his mom, he could have said, hey, Mom, look, if he's bothering you, you know, do you feel some kind of way? Okay, well, but there it is. What are we doing? You already know his deal. You said yourself he's trying to get attention.
If you want to do that.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
Which is...
She's the one that talked to me. Oh, look at her walk away, the walk of shame.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, this is
that's and now it's affecting the course of business with the public.
Which is what he can't do, which is affect your duties.
Officer, here's the problem. That's what they've told you 3 damn times by now. Is this guy an auditor sympathizer? I don't understand.
I didn't recognize him at first, but once I saw his ID and his name, we've dealt with him 100 times, and that's all he wants is a reaction. That's all he wants.
You said you knew him as soon as you come in the building. Now, as soon as you see his ID, you've dealt with him 100 times. You know all he wants is somebody's reaction. Why are we standing here having this conversation? Why are you not putting him in jury?
Okay, I just need somebody's name here. So for now, all I can do is ask him to leave and escort him out of here, with or without the help of deputies. If he refuses or comes back, then it becomes trespassing. Okay?
Thank you.
Yep. All right, Daniel. Okay. So I know, and like I explained to them, generally you have the right to be here, okay? None of these employees feel comfortable being filmed, which has caused them to have to step away from their desks, okay?
So did you inform them?
I did, but...
See that look on his face? He's got a real slappable grin, doesn't he?
See how nobody here is up working and they're all back there because they don't want to be filmed?
Well, that's actually
now,
because of that.
now,
because I was assaulted.
now they can't perform their duties,
Well, I'm not.
which is now a result of what you're doing. Okay?
Oh no, that's not true.
What's wrong with you?
This is. A
I can
result.
articulate that, and I will.
Can I-
so
can
now,
I speak now?
Nope. I'm here.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Now I have to do my job. Okay.
Okay. So
Now I'm asking you to
All right.
leave
Why?
because
Oh,
you're interfering with their duties.
Well, it sure took forever to get there.
Do you know? All right. I just want
Okay.
to explain this to you.
Daniel,
Could you
listen.
just
We've
listen?
been
I asked
civil.
you not to say my name out in public. You know.
Daniel. Sometimes I tend to let the anger get the best of me. Something that I've got to work on. And that's why I'm even in here now, because this is an edit from some of the things that I said in the first video. It's like my buddy tells me, he said, man, you're not in your 20s and 30s no more. You got to settle this stuff down, Bubba. Well, I'm trying. You know, my anger's been my ruin many times throughout my whole life. I got a short fuse, you know. Sometimes I get ahead of myself because I think, you know, what if this was my mom, you know, or what if I was standing there and some guy's picking on some woman and agitating her and whatnot. I don't go, no.
Detained. Now it's under threat of arrest.
That's what detainment means.
Okay. Well, I am going to decline because I haven't done nothing wrong. Okay. Like I said, I'm an independent journalist.
Okay, then at this point, I'm going to ask you to put your hands behind your back.
I would like to speak to your supervisor, please.
Don't have to do that right now.
No, it's within your policy.
It's
I'm
not.
asking to speak to your supervisor.
We can
please.
speak to him down at the station.
That's not how this works.
I am not under any obligation to have a supervisor
It's your
respond
policy.
here.
Is it not
It's
your
not.
policy?
It's not.
Okay, well, I didn't commit a crime, so you're unlawfully detaining.
Book him, Daniel.
That's fine. All right, just put your hands behind your back,
Excuse me,
please.
sir. Can you please explain?
Please
to
don't
me?
resist.
He's unlawfully.
He's a different department.
Please don't resist.
This guy's arresting me.
I'll give you your phone back.
Please do not turn that off.
Because you're see it right here.
I don't know. I was asking. You've been like, you put this in my pocket. Can you please call the supervisor?
You can speak to one at the station.
Roasted.
You're opening yourself up for civil litigation.
That's
okay?
fine.
Stick this right here.
Yeah, can you put it in that front pocket?
Let me close by saying this. Everybody knows that I back the blue. I scream it from the rooftops. How many channels do you know who put it out there like I do? Okay? I'm just saying. There has to come a time, and I'm not asking cops to do nothing illegal. I'm not saying violate nobody's rights. What I'm saying is harassment is not legal. And all of these guys, all they want to do is go out and harass somebody. And the quicker that everybody starts understanding that, the better off we'll all be. But I do, and I mean it. Guys need to recognize who's behind you and who's not. If you wouldn't tolerate people doing this to your mom, don't tolerate people doing it to other mothers.
Jesus said, whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess before my Father which is in heaven.